What's up guys, this is the second part of the video for the GKTech S13, S14 Roll Center Adjusters. In this video we're going to do the install of the part. This is my lovely assistant Braulio. So in the last video we did the install already for the loose uprights. So for this video we're going to take the wheels off and we're going to install the uprights. So let's get to it. So to get started we're going to take this S14 spindle with the GKTech part already mounted on, and we're going to put it on here. So this is already 5 lug, as you can tell. This is a S14 spindle off another Formula D car, but due to the way it was made, I can't put this particular part on. So we're going to go through the steps of basically how to take off the original upright and put it on this car. So now that the car's up in the air, we're going to take the wheels off and go through each of the steps that's needed to get the spindle off, and then just do it. So yeah, let's do it. So now that the wheel is off, car's up in the ground, I'm going to go through everything we're going to take apart. First things first, brake caliper's got to come apart. I believe it's 2 19mm bolts. Then the coilover's got to come off, but don't take the bolts out yet because you're going to need that leverage to take off the tie rod and the upper control arm bolts. So once that's done, we're going to bring the camera. Okay, so now that we're under the car, after everything else here is loosened, we need to take off the cotter pins for the tie rod here, as well as the lower control arm here. I'm not too familiar with the sizes, so before I say anything wrong, I'm just going to tell you to just figure it out. And then, yeah, let's do it. So let's do the brake caliper first. So now that we have the upright out of the car, I just wanted to point out something a little interesting that I noticed. So if we look here, this is actually the upright out of the Formula Drift Amateur or Pro-Am car, out of James Chang's S13 from many years back actually. And what he did, interestingly enough, is he took a stock S14 upright, and he actually welded a piece right here, if you see this, with 2 holes for the tie rod location. And what the inner tie rod location, or what this bottom protrusion basically does, is it allows for bump steer correction. Since this is not a drop knuckle, it still retains the, if you look right here, the stock lower control arm mounting point. So that drop knuckle actually helps with bump steer, and also because it is mounted radially more inward versus the stock part, which would have been right here, you do get a little more overall steering angle out of the car. So comparing this to the stock one with the GKTech mod, you can see that we put this side by side. We get a similar amount of bump steer correction. However, this one does seem to give a little more steering angle, just because the tie rod mount is closer in versus here. So this point would be approximately like out here-ish. Don't know if you can see that, but this does give us roll center correction, just because of how the original tie rod mounting point, bottom lower control arm mounting points here, and this is here now. So yeah. Oh shit. So yeah, let's put everything back together, and I'm gonna do another proper time lapse of that this time. Hopefully we don't run out of time. And then I'll go through the quick run through of the car. We got to realign it later, but I'll just do like a quick eyeball alignment just so I can drive the car home. And yeah, let's do it and finish it. Catch you later, guys.
can also bring out the studio lights if anything.
Yeah, it's all good.
So we have both sides installed now. If you look at the camber and just the overall poke, the roll center adjusters actually do stick the wheel out a good amount and add quite a lot of camber, which is actually pretty good for me because with my current setup, I didn't get as much camber as I would have liked to. So if you look here on this side, a good amount of camber here too. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fix the ride height just because the roll center adjusters mess with my ride height, and try to do my alignment the best I can so I can drive it home, and then I'll do the alignment properly later. But yeah, so the next part of this is basically going to be after I do all the fixes, hopefully in a place with better light. So we just finished redoing the ride height. I basically ended up raising the front to be the same as the rear, and then I'm not going to mess with the rear. The front still rubs the harness a little bit, but I'm just going to monitor it, see if it goes well. I royally fucked the alignment. So now I guess what's next is we'll be taking it to the alignment shop and getting it properly aligned. I'll show you guys the spec sheet of what I ultimately end up getting, and then I'll probably drive the car around and then give feedback on the roll center adjusters. So until next time.
Smash that like button and subscribe to my channel.
My guy.
That's that good pussy.